Hey guys, so Tara here, and I wanted to share with you a really simple way to create graphics using what people already have out there. So I want to give you an example of how I do this. So first of all, go to google.com and you can type in meditate, or whatever you're looking for. So I'm going to do meditate. You can do like sunset, things to find a pretty image. And then click on images up here. See where it says images? Click on that. And then what you're going to see here is a bunch of results. Well, the thing is that these are copyright material. You don't have permission to use other people's graphics. Look at it kind of from this perspective. You don't want to put a bunch of hard work into your graphic and then someone else, take it, right? So you can go to search tools and then you can click right here on usage rights. And when you click on usage rights, there's things like, oh great, my gardener's out there. Labeled for reuse with modification, labeled for reuse, labeled for non-commercial reuse with modification, labeled for non-commercial reuse. I use label for reuse with modification. And so now everything that it shows here, I actually have permission to do. Now, yeah, you're gonna find that there are not as good quality of images, but what's really awesome about it is that you have full permission to use these images. So sometimes you can tweak your words and find something that really works for your particular style. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this one here. This one looks pretty good. And I'm going to right click and click Save Image As. Okay? Then what you can do is you can go over into PicMonkey. Some people use Canva. I personally, it just depends on the situation, but I use PicMonkey for right now. And I recommend to go to Design and click Square Graphic. Right? You're going to click, and there's great tutorials on how to use PicMonkey. This is just a brief beginner guide on, how to do like inspirational quotes because, let me quickly show you what I did. I click on this butterfly and click up here in your own. I'm going to go get that photo. Well, anyway, what I was saying was people do like inspirational quotes and they just like take a template, search for Google and find the image on there, but it's really so much better for you to create your own. And so Brittany Leggett, I noticed that she recently did this. She posted a photo that wasn't her own, and it was about a pineapple. And what's hilarious is I have seen that shared so many times, and I've noticed she's boosted that post because it's gotten so much traffic, and it wasn't her image. I'm sure she did something like this to make sure it was legal. Really fast, guys, I resized this to fill that square. But anyway, she used that image, and I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's giving her so much traffic, and so it's nice to kind of use these images if you don't have the time to do photos. So, all right, I sized it, and then one thing you could do is a cool thing called fade. So this is nice. So I'm going to do a fade here like that, and then what I recommend is come up with a couple of very easy to read fonts and font color schemes. Takes just, maybe a half hour to flip through things. And that's very reflective of your brand. So if you look on my page, Fit Baby Steps, you will see I have a brand. So I'm using this particular font is one that's for my brand, and you'll want to pick one for you. So I'm doing take a second and pause. So this is one font I do, and I'm just going to go over here. Oops, take a second and pause. And I like to use, I always say, use two different fonts. And that's going to give it a little bit of just a good appearance. I'm not really digging this one. Normally, I would do a lot more time on it, but I'm just being quick here. So you do that, and then what's really important is put your website on it. So I'm going to put my website name so that people know where to go. If you don't have a website, do your Facebook URL so that people can see it. And then I'm just going to, what I should have done, just so you guys know, when I put this image down there, I should have clicked this button here because it flattens the image is what it's called. So it makes it to where it's one layer. Otherwise, right now I'm trying to click and I'm trying to get this other thing to go down. Those of you who know PicMonkey, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but that's how you flatten the image. But anyway, you get this, so then I'm able to put this up on my page and it looks awesome and it looks reflective of my own brand. I recommend that you look at what Brittany Leggett does because hers is a very certain style, but yet she's using these other images. So just a fantastic thing to do. And you can, as you're getting personal quotes in your personal development, write those quotes down. And then you have all of this material that you can use for these posts. And I seriously recommend you should be reading a personal development book, not just watching coach videos, but read a personal development book. You get so much out of it. and then you're able to produce things that you can post on your page. That's my number one place where I get motivational material, and then I can really speak from the heart. So I hope that helps, but there are some great PicMonkey tutorials. This was just a fast way to use images. All right, bye guys.